Drunken Master 2, another Jackie Chan classic. This movie, it was so good in terms of the fight scenes, in terms of the craziness of Jackie Chan's stunts and his fighting style, his drunken fighting style, that it almost eclipses the Drunken Master, first Drunken Master, which I consider to be a classic. This one's obviously a classic as well, but Jackie Chan just took it to another level, you know, and it's a different fighting style and a different movie to the first movie, because the first movie is really based on that old school Golden Harvest Chinese opera style fighting, where it's a lot of the kind of thing, and this one's more of his modern style, kind of Jackie Chan style, where, you know, he's taking on multiple opponents at the same time. A lot of that kung fu comedy that he's known for today. Obviously that style, the Chinese opera style, obviously that was a lot of the kung fu comedy that he was influenced by, brought into his new style in terms of the newer films like Police Story, Rush Hour, all the films that we've known him for in the West. But in terms of really his crossover to the West, this is just Drunken style really made him famous, because no one done it better than Jackie Chan in terms of that. Like, he's the one who brought it to fruition. You know, characters like Lei Wulong from Tekken, you know, were crafted, you know, from Jackie Chan's drunken fighting style. This movie, it's so good in terms of how he takes it to another level. Like the end fight scene with that guy who does the taekwondo guy, I forget the actor's name, but he's a really good kicker. And that fight scene was so good. It was, how long was the fight? It was like 10 minutes long, something like that. I can't even remember how long that fight scene went on for, but it just went crazy from level to level to level, to the point where he's drinking the pure alcohol from the factory and he just goes insane. And it's just that drunken style. I love it. What I love about it is because he's so limber, it's very hard to control. It's very hard to predict, you know. He's very hard to, you know, you can't grab him because he just goes limp, you know, and he just fights so off center. And that style of fighting is just so good, you know. I spent some time in China doing kung fu, and I never got to train in the drunken form style, but I had a few training partners that did it, and it's something I would have done if I'd stayed a bit longer, because it was so fascinating to watch, because it's so unpredictable. The way that you move, the way that just the style is just so unpredictable. The movements are so unorthodox, and it takes you off guard. And Jackie Chan really just plays into his whole brand of kung fu comedy so good, you know. And he brought that to another level in Drunken Master 2, or the Legend of Drunken Master as it's known. And he's playing the Wong Fei Hung character, who's a well-known folk hero from China. You see him in other movies. That character played in other movies such as Iron Monkey, such as Once Upon a Time in China with Jet Li. He's playing the Wong Fei Hung character. So this is another iteration of that character, and a more comedic iteration of that character, younger Wong Fei Hung. And you see, obviously, he's a bit immature in this movie, just the same as he was in the first Drunken Master movie. He's a little bit more mature, but he's still slightly immature. You know, still obviously growing up with his father, and the mother in the movie is really funny as well. So there's a lot of comedy through her. But the fight scenes are fantastic. They've got some great moments in the film that they're just breathtaking, and this is a must watch. It must be on the list of top 100 martial art movies that you gotta watch. I think most people consider it Jackie Chan's best movie. If you ask most people, it'll be on number one. For me, I still like the first one a little bit more, but it'd still be up there. It's up there with the first one in terms of his best movies for sure. I don't know if it's as good as the first one, but in terms of the fighting in it, it went to another level that was a lot better. I like the first one a little bit more just because it showed his origin of how he became the Drunken Master. It showed him training with Sam Seed, his uncle, and it showed him him progressing from a young man, you know, who was very immature, to this guy who becomes the Drunken Master, and his fighting style becomes legendary. But obviously he's already learnt that now, and he's at another stage in his life in this movie. But yeah, the fight scenes were crazy in this movie, just so crazy. It's a must-watch kung fu movie, must-watch. The Drunken style itself is just branded of Jackie Chan for me. Obviously, that style is a style from Shaolin Kung Fu that's been around for a long time, but Jackie Chan really commercialized it in these movies, and this film just really brought it to the Western cinema in Hollywood and to mainstream audiences worldwide. But yeah, it's a must watch. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Brilliant movie, definitely worthy of a top 100 martial art movies you must watch. Anyway, if you like this video, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Comment down below, let me know if you've seen Drunken Master 2 or The Legend of Drunken Master. What did you think? Where do you think it ranks in terms of Jackie Chan's movies, in terms of his legend, in terms of the whole Drunken style? What did you think? I'd love to know your thoughts. Anyway, I'll see you next time for some more movies and martial arts. Remember, behind every fight is a great story. Peace.